When we were sent an invitation by Tata to come and see a car which was not unveiled yet, I was hoping it's going to be the Tata Altroz EV or the Nexon EV long range. As a matter of fact, I tried to get some insights from the Tata guys as well, but they were all so tight-lipped they could not reveal anything about the car. And maybe for a good reason. When they revealed the car on the 6th, which was the Tata Curvv, I fell in love with the car. And so much so that when I'm looking at it right now, I want to give Tata my money and buy one right away. This is still in its concept phase, but when it comes out on the road in 2024, it's gonna take the market by storm. This is the Tata Curvv. The Tata Curvv is going to be on the Gen 2 platform that Tata is developing. The previous variants of the cars, like what we saw in Tata Nexon EV, the Tata Tigor EV, they were Gen 1s and they were based on ICE cars. They worked successfully, but there were a lot of bits and pieces about the cars that even consumers who were using these cars found a little off, because obviously they were based off ICE cars. But with the Gen 2 platform that Tata is working on, the cars will be first designed with electric vehicles in mind, and then those designs will trickle down to ICE cars.
You know, this as an EV first, as you said, is the right way to go. We really see this personifying what an EV should be. Of course, we're going to offer it in an ICE version later on, but there will be some visual differentiation between the two.
The advantage that you guys who are going to be purchasing ICE cars is you get more technically savvy cars than what we were getting when ICEs were converted to electric cars. The Tata Curvv is a good example of that. Everything about this car is curves, efficiency and looks. This is a coupe style car. How do I explain this right? Like, I would say that maybe an SUV got married to a coupe style car and one of them was very technically savvy. This is the output of that. You have a very SUV-like structure, robust, which will keep you safe. It's one of the main reasons why people focus on SUVs. But the coupe-style design gives it much more efficiency, has a much more sporty look, keeping it practical like the SUV. The design of the car overall is lifted up, so you have enough ground clearance. On the front, you have enough amount of approach angle, and at the rear, there's enough amount of departure angle. Again, that's something that is unique to SUVs. With these larger wheels and the rims, it's going to be much more efficient. Another key feature design here on the front, which is not seen, is the front hood in itself is acting as a roof scoop. So you have air going in down here and it exits out on the vents on top. Even this element here, which looks like a solid structure, is not. There are pores inside, so air can be filtered through. So it's acting like a solid structure, but it is not. So it's a very neat, unique touch. This is something that you not normally find in an ICE car, is because the engine on an ICE car needs a lot of cooling airflow. An electric car does not, but however, there are places in it so that the air can flow in. So there's no drag created while you're driving this car. Even the lines, the subtle lines that flow in, this design here, even this is practical. There is an air vent here which will channel the air towards the tires, reducing the drag created by the tires in itself. Even on the side, the design language where the lines follow the side body and then merge into the rear, that's very neat. Coupe style roofline, C-pillar coming out and meeting to the body structure. It's very, very, very neat. The advantage that you get with that is again aerodynamics. So your air flows through the vents here, through the spoilers here, and then channels down. One of the drawbacks in the coupe design are the rear passengers do not get much of a visibility, but Tata has also looked into it. The seat placement is such that even when you sit it behind, you have much more view of what's happening on the outside, a good view of what's happening on the inside. That way, you feel less claustrophobic. We're going to get into it, the car, very soon, but let's talk about the exterior first. Let's talk about the bumper. Even the rear structure, which is now raised, doesn't look like one claddy structure which is on top, and which is one place a lot of manufacturers go wrong. A lot of manufacturers put in a lot of effort where the front and the side is concerned, but when they come to the rear of the car, they tend to get a little lazy, but that's not the case with the Curvv. You can see that the whole structure here, the flat surface that it provides, it's for the added protection that you expect out of an SUV, but also keeping it definitively neat and clean with the LED strips to look more modern and practical. Boot size is also fairly large as what we've told, and what we can see from the top, it's nice and wide. And I hope this is one thing that they also keep in the production car that will be with us in 2024. Another design element which is new is the Tata logo is no more merged with the body. It's on protruding outside, which gives it a definition, and it's a proud heritage, and I'm feeling very proud that we in India, or an Indian manufacturer, is designing something this beautiful. We have got the doors open for us, and they were opened remotely as you just saw, but we're not allowed to go and sit inside the car right now. However, we've got two doors open for us, and Devansh is going to show you what's on the inside. Let's talk about the steering wheel. The logo on the steering wheel this time is eliminated. That's a display there. I mean, who would do that? And since they have done it, I love it. There are two individual displays, and they say that the preference of the displays will also change as per new upgrades coming in. And also, if there are people who want to go for larger display size, there might be options available. As you can see, the whole dashboard is flush. It's a minimalistic, clean, and a very futuristic design. And in case you're worried about the AC vents being missing, they're currently integrated into the dashboard. They will be controlled digitally through the control panel right there. And the other big change is the drive selector is now mounted on the handrest directly. So you don't have to stretch out, irrespective of your height. Maybe you're 6 feet tall, maybe you're 5 feet tall, maybe you're even more or even less. You will have good access to your drive controls directly. And since the floorboard is quite flat, no matter where you are, on the front or the back, you have enough leg room. And the car will make sure that you're comfortable on your longer journeys. The Tata Curvv will be available or will slide into your garage comfortably by 2024. It's going to be priced around 20 lakhs with a driving range of around anywhere between 300 to 400. That's quite promising. I hope it's the 400 mark. And if it does, I hope Tata gives me one. This is Orleans from Mashable signing off. You guys have a good evening ahead.